Well, appreciate Jeff. Jeff and I go way back, and the reason we do these games is because of the relationships you have with guys you know, former players. I love the guy. He does a great job already. He's going to be an outstanding coach for as long as he wants to be. So it's good to see him for one, and we knew how they'd play. He was a tough player. We knew his team would play tough, execute very, very well, coming off of scoring 118 points. So it's a good basketball team. With us, we're in a little bit of a rut, and we got to get out of it. We will get out of it. I think over the last couple games, we got in our own way quite a bit. We're a little immature, a little soft. We got good guys, but we're into our own feelings a little bit, and you got to be able to take coaching, take criticism, compete at a high level all the time, and handle adversity. And we're not doing that like we need to. We're not as good as we need to be right now. But if you'd have told me at the start of the year we're 6-2 at this point, I'd rather been 8-0 or 7-1. But with our schedule, that's not too darn bad. Playing a little shorthanded, had a lot of injuries. Now we get two really good players to throw into our rotation, and if we want to compete against each other really hard like we need to in practice every day, I think we got a chance to be a really good team.
Questions for Coach Lansing?
Coach, you mentioned you guys are in a bit of a rut. Obviously, you're going to get those two guys coming in for the next game, but how do you get out of that rut, and how do those guys factor into that?
Well, I mean, they're good basketball players. They got to earn it too. They just got to do like everybody else. But we have the depth where you should go at each other every day in practice, because minutes are going to be very competitive, to be able to have playing time. We've kind of had to – guys have been given time up to this point because of our lack of depth, and you lose Clayton today, and it's a good guy that's done pretty well for us so far. So we're doing it a little underhanded, but you're going to have to earn them every day in practice. I think you throw two really good players into your rotation like that, it can only help. Now, how is everybody going to react? Are we going to be unselfish? Are we going to welcome them? Are we going to know how much they can help us? How are they going to respond? Are they going to come in and really compete and try to play at a high level? There's a lot of different issues with 18 to 22-year-old guys, and we'll work our way through it. I'm not excited about how we're playing right now, but I'm excited about what we can be.
Well, Coach, you got to like that 5-minute stretch there in the second half at least. You ballooned the lead to 21 before letting Truman get back in it a little bit. But what kind of set off that run for you guys?
I think you should do it for 40 minutes, instead of 5. That's what's the frustrating thing about a coach, and we did it last game, and we waited till we were down 18 and 33 minutes had gone by, and okay, then let's start competing. We're right there. They take the lead, and then we throw a spurt where I think with 11 minutes on the clock, we'd only gotten 4 stops in the second half, and it's not near good enough. And guys need to take it a little more personal and hold each other a little more accountable. We show good spurts, but basketball is a game of spurts, so we have to lengthen those good spurts, and the poor spurts we have to make shorter.
At halftime, you had 10 turnovers, and I think the first 13 minutes of the second half just what do you attribute that those struggles with the turnovers? Focus or
Jordan Barnes is a good basketball player, and I think we feed off of his, I don't want to say mood, maybe his body language and stuff like that. And we talked to him about not being casual. He's such a good player that some stuff can happen pretty easy, and just make the simple play. Let's not be casual with how we do things. Not going to be able to do that with who we're playing from here on out. And I think he didn't react as good as he needs to maybe the last couple games. And he's usually pretty good about it. Starts with him and it goes on there. We should be a better ball handling team, but getting the ball knocked out of your hands, losing it, doing that stuff. 16 turnovers is way, way, way too many, and he and D had 8 combined, so that's half of them right there.
Obviously, Tyreek and JB, are a great duo. Coaches tend to want to push their best players. What kind of things do you need to see from them to get to a championship caliber team?
Well, we push all of our players. It's not just them. Those are good basketball, and there's a reason why Tyreek's shooting 65% or whatever it is. He'll be in here tonight. He lives in here. His workload dictates you know, to kind of what the results he gets. And it's a good example for the rest of our guys who maybe want to play more. JB and Tyreek are going to do what they do. There's no question. They're competitive. They're good, very good offensive players. They got to keep getting better on the defensive end. And hopefully now they don't have to make all the plays. You know, we've talked a lot about maybe a third or fourth scorer, and we're looking for that person. Clayton was. When we lost JB, Clayton stepped up out there at San Jose State. He's capable of it. We'd like to get more production out of our interior guys, and just whatever your role is, provide something for the team. You know, bring something, have a purpose, bring something, and be productive.
Coach Laundrie seemed to come out really inspired in the second half. What was the biggest difference for him?
Well, you know, I think Amandre's could be pretty darn good, you know, and I'm probably on him too much. I need to build his confidence. You know, he needs to know that, hey, you're a good player. We believe you. We trust in you. I just get frustrated with him a lot because of some of the mannerisms he has too. But I think now with a little more added depth, we can rotate guys in and out of there. Dre has done some really good things, especially at the defensive end, and he had the last 3 games of our winning streak. He guarded really good interior guys and did a good job. He hasn't been as good the last couple games as he needs to be, and he's one. I catch him out of my eye all the time, and I probably don't need to focus as much on him because he's an important player for us. But when he does play with good energy and aggressive, he's a good basketball player.
The last big break you had, Coach, you really felt your team
Yeah.
took advantage of that time. Now with finals next week,
Yeah.
a big part of the academic realm. How important is this next week to know that after this week, not only do you start playing games, but
2 a week.
the jump up in competition goes up a lot.
Yeah, I wish we didn't have finals next week. And you know, we don't play for a whole week. You got tomorrow off, and then you don't play till a week for tomorrow. But you're going to play a top 20 team. I was looking forward to a couple of day practices again. But we, first and foremost, they've been doing a lot of study tables, getting ready for these finals. We're in good shape academically. Guys will lock in, knock those out. It's a tough week for them mentally. As a coach, you got to have a little patience this week. But you hope. As you know, we need to mature a little bit more. When you come here for that couple hours or however long you're here, you're locked in at the task at hand, go at each other, compete. For one, it's a lot more fun when you practice that way, and you get a lot better that way. So we'll handle it. Hopefully we'll handle it like a mature team, and I'm anxious to get those other 2 guys in there in the mix and see what we can do with them.
Coach, we've talked about bringing those other 2 guys in a little bit, but I mean, what do you expect Cooper and Christian to bring to this squad?
Hopefully a lot. You know, if they bring a lot, you know, they'll produce for us and they'll play a lot of minutes and help us win games. They're both good basketball players. I think Christian's instincts at both ends of the floor are really good. People are going to like how he plays. Can play point guard at 6'7", uses length very well at the defensive end. He does a lot of good things. He's perfect kind of for how we play. Coop, we all know about Coop. Coop's got an array of abilities on the offensive end, a lot of good things. And the thing about both of them is neither one of them are selfish. They're not going to come in here and think they got to get all the shots. Those guys just play. They're good all around. They're good passers, so they're good without the basketball. Coop got to keep working on that defensive end, so he should be a good defender. He's a lot like Tyreek. Both of those guys and their athleticism, they should be good defenders. Just got to keep working on it, lock in on it a little more. But 2 unselfish guys that are good basketball players can only help.
What is the status of Clayton going forward?
I would have liked to try to have him go a little bit today. He sprained his ankle yesterday. I guess I didn't think it was as bad as it was. He sat out the rest of practice yesterday. Connor didn't feel like he could give us much if he did. We were only going to play him if it was an emergency in there, so just holding him out to get him ready. He'll practice Monday. I'm pretty sure.